Samsung is expanding its Gear line of smartwatches by squeezing in the Gear Sport. At $300, the new watch sits between the Gear S3, which costs $350, and the Fit 2 Pro that runs $200. The Gear Sport packs a slew of fitness tracking features and a lot of other nifty tools for the price, but still manages to last about 4 days on a charge. It's one of the most powerful health-centric smartwatches in this price range. I adore the Gear Sport's round face and shiny chrome finish. I especially love our review unit's subtle blue case that manages to be at once unique and understated. The body itself feels sophisticated, although a tad heavy and clunky even for a sport watch. It's heavier than the Fitbit Ionic, Garmin VivoActive 3, and the Apple Watch Series 3. In fact, it's hefty enough that I dread wearing to it to track my sleep. But I did it anyway for you, dear Engadget readers. The Gear Sport's default blue rubber strap isn't the most attractive and almost makes the watch feel cheap. With the original though, the Gear Sport is water resistant up to 50 meters and can even withstand salt water, so you can keep it on while you're swimming in the ocean. Like most Samsung smartwatches, the Sport runs Tizen OS and features a rotating bezel that you use to navigate the interface. I love how easy it makes scrolling through notifications and apps, plus it clicks satisfyingly each time I turn it a notch. Those who prefer to swipe may swipe away too, but I prefer not to smudge up the vibrant round 1.2-inch Super AMOLED display, which is pretty crisp with its 360 by 360 resolution. Tizen OS now supports thousands of apps, and there are plenty of useful options you can download, including MyFitnessPal, Uber, and ESPN. Even if you don't add any apps yourself, the Gear Sport comes chock full of pre-installed options, though you can't delete most of them. Some of these are useful, like Messages, Samsung's own S-Health, and S-Voice. But some, like Flipboard's News Briefing, just add clutter. Install too many and your app menu quickly loads up. Luckily, you can rearrange them so your favorites are up front and easier to access. Something the Gear Sport does that the competition can't is let you track your calorie input from the watch itself. No need for a third-party app like MyFitnessPal, nor do you have to whip out your phone to enter how much you're stuffing your belly. It's a lot more convenient and also gives a clearer picture of your progress throughout the day. Since the Gear Sport knows your net calorie intake, it can and will remind you to either work harder to burn more calories or eat more if you're under your minimum. This makes the Gear Sport feel like a health-first device. Of course, you can map your runs with built-in GPS and even get your heart rate underwater while you're taking a break between laps. Plus, it will automatically detect when you're working out once you've been at it for at least 10 minutes. If you're using the Gear Sport with a recent Samsung phone or TV, you can get training guides and your heart rate cast to the bigger screens. There are more than 60 workouts available, and the company says more are coming. Like rival fitness trackers, the Gear Sport also monitors your sleep, although from my experience, it's not as accurate as the Fitbit Ionic. I woke up one night to grab a stray pillow before it fell off my bed, but the Gear Sport didn't even register a blip in my slumber. It also counted the hour I spent looking at my phone one morning as time spent asleep. The Gear Sport is a decent activity tracker, but it also packs many smartwatch features. Not only does it let you send and receive messages, but it also stores up to 4 gigs or so of music. If you're a Spotify Premium user, you can even store your playlist locally. You'll also get Samsung Pay, although it only works with NFC and doesn't support magnetic swipe transmission. So far, I haven't been pushing the Gear Sport very hard. It was 60% charged when I first put it on, and it lasted about 3.5 days before asking me to enable low power mode. That runtime is in line with Samsung's estimate of about 3 to 4 days depending on use, and beats the Apple Watch 3. Ultimately, the Gear Sport is a capable smartwatch, especially for those who already own Samsung's phones and TVs. Its fitness tracking features may not be as accurate as the competition, but it does enough to satisfy casual gym goers.